What's up everybody, it's your friendly Rainbow of Neverwinter, here with another build video, but this time we have the Pally Healer build. I have gear that I've had on it for a long time. I didn't go get new gear or different gear that other Pallies normally run. So I just used what I had to do this build. I do fine in my Tom runs, I healed perfectly fine. The only thing I haven't tried is solo healing, because I don't really heal much, so I wasn't comfortable enough to heal all by myself until I play it a little bit more. But I still can complete it very nicely, and I want to give you guys a big thank you for the last video I put out. Over 600 views. That is greatly appreciated. And all the subscribers, thank you for subscribing, hitting those likes, commenting, everything. You guys are awesome, and I hope you guys enjoy more of my videos in the future. The reason why it's taken a little while is because of my work schedule. It's a week on, week off, so I'm trying to get 1 video to 2 videos if I can a week out for you guys. So please bear with me on how slow I upload my videos. So thank you very much, and let's get into this build. So our head is the Crown of the Lost King for the 2000 power when you're in combat with 1 enemy. I have 2 tactical 15s in my utility slots, so go 2 tacs, and then the other 3 I have darks to increase stats slightly. You can run all tacs if you want. I still get healed just as fine. I still get shields just as fine the way I have it now. And then all my modifications are power for my helmet, chest, arms, and feet. Chest is Templar of the Twilight breastplate. Just what I had. I'm sorry, I could use other things if I go get it, but right now I just built it with this stuff to hit stats the way I wanted them, tested, and I'm doing pretty good in Tom, smooth runs and everything. There's a Eclipse inside my armor enchantment slot. I usually run Bark Shield. Helps with the Fireball and 3rd phase Tom if the tank can't get both of them. And Radiance on my defense and offense slots. Sorry about that cough. Arms, Sentinel of the Star Bracers, the 3% more at willpower is typically, it's all I had. I'd like the encounter power ones, but I don't have them. I haven't pulled them, so I just use these. Weapons, Lionheart. If you don't have your Lionheart, use your Burnished. Burnish is the next best thing. So get your Burnish if you don't have them, and then work your way to getting your Lionheart. Vorpal for the critical severity bonus. Modifications, various strike, shield, same, burnished or Lionheart, obviously. Critical severity, and I run crit. You can run power, you can run health, critical avoidance, or whatever there is. Is there critical avoidance? Yes. You know, whatever you're lacking of the stats that you think you should be running. Feet, Templar of the Twilight. It's just because it's what I had. Hallister's Blast Scepter, Tiamat Orb, Erotic Drift Globe, Torbjorn's Ring. So for your artifact that you use, your primary, you can run the Hallister Blast Scepter. If someone else is running the Hallister Blast Scepter and they don't have anything else for debuff, try to also have an artifact that doesn't really mess with your stats too much, like a lantern or waver knives. You still have good stats, but you can still do the nice heals, but you also have that other debuff for your groups to melt a little more in your runs. So neck, Amulet of Tiamat Demise, because I'm running the Tiamat set. The reason for that is your set bonus. Increase outgoing healing by 5% and incoming healing by 5%. So it helps your outgoing healing even more, so you put even better shields on. Strike and Ring of the Master on both for the crit, and then Radiance for the power, and then Tiamat Sash for the bonus, obviously. Protege Ward Shirt, that's what I had. Protege Raid Trousers. So that would be my gear and enchantments and everything. Stats, I run Dexterity, Critical Severity, and Movement Speed. Wisdom, Control Resist, and Outgoing Healing. Try to get that healing as high as you can. So the Critical Severity and the Outgoing Healing. Amplify that as much as possible. And that's why I'm a half orc for the more critical severity over other races. 150,000 power. Cap defense a little over. Critical strike is 183,000. I played with power crit ratio, and for my most consistent shields for me was 150,000 and 180 some thousand. Between 185 to 180 was the most consistent. So this is where I put them, because they were more consistent of actually being full or the highest heal I could do. I have accuracy at 80 at the cap, just because of what I'm running and everything. It brought it up. So my outgoing healing is 50.3. With the Tiamat, that's 55%. And then with your powers and all that, it'll increase even more. So you'll be hitting 70% or even more with all the amplifying after you do rotations and everything. Critical severity is 106 standstill, no potted up, no potions or anything. So when I pot up and everything, I think I'm around 112, 120 or something like that. So try to get that as high as you can on a standstill, and then use your critical severity potions, food, and all that, and then like a sorbet for the power and all that. 326,000 health. It is low, but the reason why it's low for me is because I run the Bulwark of Brimstone when we were able to get that through the event. It's nice. I have it. If you can remember, try to take it off so you don't waste your time, so they last even longer. Mainly just use them for Tom. Other dungeons, you really don't need them. You can run those normal stats the way I have it, and you'll be fine. Mainly save those for your Tom runs or hard dungeons that you're having troubles with. So our powers are going to be Valorous Strike, Cure Wounds. Cure Wounds is for like DPS checks and any spot that Halaster goes up in the area, and you can sit there and try to get your critical heal, so you can put more better shields on your teammates and everything. And then I just use Valorous Strike to just keep on doing damage and hold it down, and then get my crit heal. Sacred Weapon to generate divinity when I use it by hitting something, decreases damage taken by 10%. So you can even use that, like hit that when you're gonna take a hypo. You could hit that when you're gonna take the hypo and the fireball to help you take more damage. Divine Touch for your shields to heal. And then I run Circle of Divinity. Summon a Circle of Power, which restores divinity and increases outgoing healing by 15% while you are standing within it. So once you do everything and you got that crit heal, your outgoing healing is going to be amplified even more. And when your DPS and tanks have their tacticals in and increase of incoming healing, that's just going to apply even better. Daily, I use Shield of Faith and only Shield of Faith. I use it for the heat waves and the electricity. It helps a lot with your divinity cost. You don't have to spam your healing as often, especially when you have a warlock or a cleric there helping you and putting like Hallowed Ground as a cleric and them kind of helping you with healing so you guys don't burn through your divinity for the third DPS check. I will have Leia on hands-on, heal target LA or self to their maximum hit points, just in case. That's more of a, if I have a tank that has 8 stacks of the debuff on and they say they are gonna die, I will try to hit that perfectly so they don't, but a lot of times you can't get it. So that's why I run Shield of Faith. I'll hit Shield of Faith. I'll try to get the biggest shield on him or her as much as possible so they can survive as much as possible. A lot of times if you have a good pally and a good cleric, they will do that for the tank. The cleric will put a Hallowed Ground on, pally will put Shield of Faith and put shields on, and then as soon as they get hit, if they survive, that cleric will heal or warlock will heal them to max right away. So keep that in mind. Class features: Composure, generate your divinity 10 times faster. You can burn divinity a lot if you're not paying attention to your divinity. Once you get used to the mechanics and how often you have to heal and everything, you'll be able to manage your divinity a lot more. And then I run Aura of Restoration, increases the healing received by self and nearby party members by 5%. Critical Touch, so when you do the critical touch, you have a crit heal and it will amplify your healing. Prayer of Opportunity, whenever you activate a power, there is a 5% chance you will gain a Prayer of Opportunity. This effect may stack up to 3 times. Whenever you channel divinity, a Prayer of Opportunity is consumed to restore the summoned divinity. So if you're low and you got 3 stacks, pray, it'll shoot up. So you'll have 3 consumes. That'll help you get your divinity up faster for your DPS checks and everything like that. Run Enduring Spirit. Sacred Weapon now reduces damage taken by 10% and restores divinity over time. Divine Intervention. Lay of Hands now raises a divine barrier on the target that absorbs damage equal to half the amount of hit points healed. Then Emissary of Warding. Whenever your spells which generate a divine barrier heal critically, the effect of the barrier is doubled. Okay, boons. All power. I do crit. 1 in critical avoidance. I may change that later. That's more of a where you want it. I don't have all the boons, so I'd probably put more in the critical avoidance to get it up even higher than what it is, because I run a little bit lower. Hit points as much as you need and everything. I did it 3 times. And then defense to get my cap. I could take that down a little bit and put more in critical avoidance if I wanted, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. Increase movement speed, companion influence, and then I went increase critical severity and increase outgoing healing. And then for master, blessed advantage. Apply a heal over time effect, increase power by 500 per rank, reduce the recharge of abilities by 2% per rank. And then guild stronghold boons, revive sickness, health, power. But if your guild has critical severity, run the critical severity over the power. If they have power still. But a lot take off their power to have their critical severity. So, companions. I have Ion Stone of Radiance as my summon, because it'll amplify my critical avoidance, deflect, and combat advantage. So it's more of the critical avoidance, the one that I have on me that I can use, that I already had legendary ready to go. So I kind of use that for my stats and everything. I could go with other companion summon to boost up other things, but I kind of like the Ion Stone of Radiance. Equipment. Burnt Belt of the Companion. Defense accuracy is to help me get my defense to cap at least. Have a defense profane runestone, and then empowerments. And then gold icon of the Companion, 2 of them with all empowerment. Companion bonus, splinters for the critical severity and critical avoidance. Neverwinter Guard for the outgoing healing. Ion Stone Radiance for the outgoing healing. Polar Bear Cub, outgoing healing and defense. And then the Rebel Mercenary for the outgoing healing and accuracy. If you don't have a splinters, you can run something else that can help you with power, health, or anything like that that you have on you. Like, if I wasn't going to run splinters for more critical severity to help me with a little more healing, I usually run Moonshade Druid for more hit points and more critical avoidance. Or else you could run the Minstrel for more power. You can run the Ion Stone of Might, Ion Stone Allure. So it's more of what you would like to run for that one. But I would highly suggest all outgoing healing that you can get, which are those ones. Mounts. So I run the Bat Swarm to help stack more swarms to do a lot more melting of the boss. And if we have enough bats, I also have a T-Rex to throw a different one out there, to be that one person that throws a T-Rex while everyone does swarms. If you don't have a legendary mount, just try to save up for one, or wait to get lucky on an opening of a lockbox if you do ever do them, or just save up your astrals. It's a grind, it can be rough, but if you literally want a legendary mount, just put in the time and effort and you guys can get yourself one easily, as long as you guys save up for it. Equip power is 10,000 critical avoidance, which comes from the swarm. That helps me amplify the critical avoidance. If you're able to get your critical avoidance up high without that, you can run power, crit, whatever you feel like running. You could even run the Triceratops for health. If you don't have a legendary mount, get a 5,000 critical avoidance, a 5,000 crit, 5,000 power, or the epic Triceratops for more health. So my insignia bonuses: Shepherd's Devotion, 3 Gladiator's Guiles, and an Artificer Persuasion. That's how I like running on my pally. Some people may like doing other things, but that's how I like to run mine. The reason why I have 3 Gladiator's Guile, just like my tank build, is so I move faster across the platform. So when you're a healer, you have the hypos on you, so you need to be able to move to the side that you need to be on, where your teammates will be following you to help keep you alive. Mainly dominances and refuge. I have 1 brutality and 1 fortitude in here to kind of have a little extra health and a little extra power. So whatever stats you need, use your insignias to kind of help it out. And you guys should be doing fine. So that is my Rainbow Pally. I hope you guys kind of like it. I hope it helps you new players kind of see what to go for, kind of what to go for stats and everything. And I'm highly appreciated again for you guys coming and check my videos out. And that is my build. So hit that subscribe button, hit those likes, comment in my videos as much as possible. I will reply as much as I can. You guys are awesome. And I know some pallies may, why are you running this? You could run this, it'd be better. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get this video out. I didn't want to take a long time trying to get certain gear. I do just fine in Tom with this healing. And a lot of it is more of getting consistent shields and being able to know the mechanics and move around with the mechanics and taking the least amount of damage as possible of the big hits of the red. So you new players, hopefully this will help you guys be able to go into more practice runs and be able to learn the mechanics. Don't be scared. You guys just need to go in those practice runs, try and try. You guys will get through one of these days. Get a solid group together when you get, even if it's just for the weekend, just to push through and practice it as much as possible. If you guys never completed it and you want practice, just do it as much as possible. And then if you get in a group that does beat it and everything, you got a lot of practice. If there's something new, don't be scared to ask these guys that are helping you go through questions about the mechanics. Learn the mechanics and try to have fun with it. I know it's a pain, guys, but you will have your shine in it. So be patient, do all the practices you can. That's my friendly tip of Tom. So you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.